All I have to say is if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So I want to do something a little bit different. If you've already taken another watch trading course, put in the effort, and still haven't sold a watch, I want to invite you to take my first class for free. No credit card, no obligation, no nothing. If you've watched videos, taken a course, or followed advice on watch trading, and you still haven't sold a watch, this video is for you. Because the problem usually isn't effort, it's mindset. You probably didn't think I was going to say that. We'll come back to that in a second. But it's also what people are being taught to focus on. So before we dive in, a little bit about me. I trade watches alongside a full-time career, and over time, I've bought, sold, held, and passed on more deals than I can count. Before I started, I invested in education. I wanted to understand how people were being taught to approach watch trading. What I found surprised me. So the problem is this. A lot of watch trading education looks great on paper, including the methods I've developed myself in the earlier parts of my career. Between the courses that I saw and my preliminary experience, I've got a lot of knowledge as to what to do and what not to do. Here's why most of it fails. And again, this is from my personal experience initially in my career and what I saw in other courses. Number one, too much focus on calculated buy values using formulas and not truly understanding the market for each specific watch. This simply can't be done with the formula. We have to understand market pricing, which is easier said than done because there are tons of brands, tons of models, the years, factor in the condition, factor in the completeness. All of it becomes a little overwhelming. Not to mention, the market is always moving up and down. Number two, capital efficiency is rarely discussed. This is kind of a long topic. The short of it is this. Rolexes trade quickly, usually at a low margin. Non-Rolexes trade slowly, but usually at a significantly higher margin. I'm oversimplifying all of this, and we can certainly dive down deeper, but we have to talk about the best way to maximize total return on investment based on the capital you're putting in. Number three, relationships are treated as secondary to the watches. This is a mistake. But in reality, relationships are just as important, if not more important than the watches. Without relationships, it doesn't matter how well you know watches and pricing, you've got no business. So again, I took classes from multiple sources, including a very well-known program in this space. Not to copy anything, but just to check my thought process in creating my own course. I wanted to see what was out there. And after what I saw, I concluded that there was definitely some opportunity to introduce fresh ideas into the space. What was out there that I saw sounded okay in theory, but in reality, at best, it wouldn't work. And at worst, it would cause someone to make big, costly mistakes. The last 3 years have taught me something really important. Knowing what not to do is just as valuable as knowing what works. So here's what actually works. Number one, buying discipline beats deal volume. Passing on a watch is a skill. When you first start trading, buying the right watch at the right price should be your number one focus. Number two, liquidity, liquidity, liquidity. If you can't explain your exit strategy in one sentence, don't buy it. Number three, relationships create margins. Deals come from people, not platforms. The people create the repeat business. I've got a video about this, about how 30% of my business is repeat customers. Number four, systems over emotions. Systems are more important for keeping you safe and straight to avoid mistakes. You should have a process for almost everything you do when it comes to trading watches. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. If you've seen my other videos, the first 6 months of watch trading can be a grind. There are so many things to look for. Searching for the right watch to buy, buying at the right price, making sure you know the exit strategy of that watch, selling it to a retail customer instead of a wholesale customer in order to create that relationship. It's a lot harder to find that retail customer rather than dumping to a wholesale buyer, all while handling high dollar items that are easily faked. All I have to say is if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So I want to do something a little bit different. If you've already taken another watch trading course, put in the effort, and still haven't sold a watch, I want to invite you to take my first class for free. No credit card, no obligation, no nothing. It's simply a chance to see how I actually think about this business, the process, how I evaluate deals, how and why I focus on the retail customer, and whether my approach makes more sense for you. If it helps, great. If it doesn't, you walk away having spent 30 minutes of your time, and now you know what doesn't work for you, and you haven't paid a thing. The link is below. Click on the free preview button and put your name and email address in. I'll send you a link to a live call via Zoom. We'll do the calls once a month on the second Monday of every month at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Whatever path you choose, I hope you're successful doing it. Watch trading has changed my life, and I'd like to share it with as many people as possible. Good luck, and I hope to see you in the free class.